What's going on, y'all? I know you're already wondering. Last video was a month ago. Where have you gone? Long story short, like I don't know, it was weird. Like I really want to do reviews and I love enjoy reviews and all of that, but honestly, I just like we're just too lazy to do 'em. Like I have a list of things to do. I was just too lazy to do 'em. I just been a bit focused on streaming and school and stuff like that. But with school getting out now, I should be more free to get these done. So yeah, but usually I only review TV shows, but I feel like this movie is genuinely so special, and this isn't some commercial or ad or anything. This is me out of the heart, me talking to y'all. I feel like this movie is so special and so amazing and so high quality that I have to like break my little unwritten rule and I have to talk about a genuine movie because I usually want to do TV shows, but like this is something else. This is something like bro, like I don't know. Anyways, but yeah, so that's why I'm doing this. But without further ado, welcome to the review on Sinners. This is me talking about it's not spoilers in it, but it's me talking about Sinners, my opinion, my thoughts, some me going into details, and then I'm gonna rate it. But honestly, I'm gonna say the rating, even though you know what it is. Anyways, before we get started, I genuinely just want to thank you, Ryan Coogler. You know what I'm saying? This movie is a genuine thank you, love letter, whatever you want to say, to cinema, to film, to culture, to everything. This movie is so much more than just a simple little flick, little like little movie to see. This movie is genuinely generational. Where this is something we're gonna be talking about years and years along the line, and like you can feel it. This isn't just some because of like the spectacle or because how cool like how a lot of action. No, this movie genuinely feels like, and I'm gonna get into detail about that even alone the intricacy, the feeling of it. But this movie feels like it's more than just what it is. And for that, I just want to thank you because this is a time where we're not getting that. We're not getting films that are exciting. We're not getting a huge, amazing theater experience. We aren't getting these original, non-IP, like movies that really feel and hit home. You know what I mean? So thank you, genuinely, to Ryan Coogler. So yeah, let's get into the description next and just talk about the movie after that. Sinners is about two brothers who escape from a life of crime and go back to their town in the deep south, aka the Mississippi Delta, in hopes of building a juke joint for their local community. Very simple, right? Yeah. All right, so now we're gonna get into the pros. Now that I gave you the description, explain what it was, we're gonna get into the pros. And man, oh man, there's so many pros. There are so many pros. But before I go any further, if you have not seen this movie, go see this movie. If you can afford it, I suggest always go standard if you don't can. But if you can't, go see it in IMAX. If you can see it in 70 millimeter IMAX, go see it in whatever. If you need the money for it and you're near these and you can't afford it, DM me. I swear my mother's life, I will pay for it. Pay for you. See this movie. First pro, and one of my favorites is the acting. The acting performances in this movie are like a loss for words. You know what I mean? It's something that like I was watching and I felt like so many deep emotions for. Like there were so many amazing well acted scenes. Michael B. Jordan. I think this is Michael B. Jordan's magnum opus. I think that Sinners is his magnum opus. Now, of course, you always gonna have your Black Panthers, Fruitvale Stations, Creeds, like yeah, the Black Panther 2, like all these huge box office numbers, and of course all these did different things for his career. But I think this movie is going to be one of his movies where like this is his movie where it shows that not only is he like a action star, like he can do like his action movies and bring in tickets, but he can genuinely act. Like he's a movie star. This is a generational, once in a lifetime actor we're dealing with here. And I think that this movie really conveys that because like everyone going into this just thought, oh, okay, it's just gonna be two Michael B. Jordans. Eye candy, gonna be really simple, nothing too crazy. When I tell you, and when I see people talk about it, but ask someone like me saying as well, when I tell you he displayed Smoke and Stack like these twin brothers were two completely different. Like it felt like two different people. Like they looked the same, but it felt like they were genuine twins, like genuine human beings that were just being recorded. Like the way he portrayed them and the way he acted it when it came to those two characters were amazing. And don't even get me started with his scenes with Stack and Annie, Stack and Mary. Like one of my favorite scenes in the movie is when Stack professes his love. Well, actually not even that. One of my favorite like multiple scenes is when Stack and Smoke profess their love for their love interest. Oh my god. Oh my god. Stack when he did it, like the bro, I genuinely tear up every time I see it. And Annie when Smoke was saying it to Annie, oh my god, oh my god, I felt it. It's beautiful. It was amazing. Well acted scene. Amazing. Delroy Lindo gives another like he damn near steals the show. If I'm being completely honest, I know it's crazy because they all do like these are amazing. They just felt like they feel like the 2018 Warriors. Oh god, like every single one of these like actors just did amazing. But Delroy Lindo shows again why he's one of the greatest actors of our time. You know what I mean? Like this performance as Delta Slim was beautiful. The scene where he's driving in the crop field and he talks about trigger warning the lynching of his, I believe it was his brother, if not his brother, his close friend. Bro, like you feel me? Like oh my god, like it was wow. Like I'm yo, I'm just stuttering. Like I'm kidding, bro. I just stuttering. I'm stuttering. This movie's amazing. Delroy Lindo is amazing. He's amazing. Amazing actor. It's awesome. Miles Canton, or Catan. I wasn't saying it right. Oh my god. Oh my god. My friend made a joke after I saw that movie twice, and my friend made a joke the second time when I told him, like I found out, and I told him because I saw it first. I was like, oh, you know what? Fun fact, Miles Canton, this is his first film ever. The only reason he started acting was because he was on tour with her, and she told him he should go act, and he was like, oh yeah, so he must be sacrificing, he must be genuinely like making deals with the devil, like he's that good. You know what I mean? He's amazing. Oh my god, he's amazing. Like it, of course, all vocally alone, wow, he's only 20 years old. Like vocally alone, he has a career in that alone. But like, bro, he was great. He was so good, and I'm so excited to see what else he has in store in terms like there shouldn't be any. He should not be like bored for the next like 5 years, 5 to 10 years. At least at minimum, he should not be bored for the next 5 to 10 years. He should be phone calls should be made every single day. He should be his manager should be. Oh, you want to do this? Pitching ideas to him. Pitching. Hey, they just asked for you here. You feel me? Yeah. Thank you. Shout out her. Thank you, because you gave us a genuine actor. Man, he's amazing. I'm hoping I'm saying her last name wrong, but Wunmi Musaku and Haley Stansfield, the women that y'all are. On one hand, I will genuinely die for y'all. If I had a chance, I would have died for y'all. If I was Smoke or Stack, I would have died for y'all. And on the other hand, y'all played such a powerful and amazing roles. Wunmi, oh my god, like Annie, like it's so many favorite characters, and they're all like I want them all to be my favorite, but it's like Annie really stole. I keep saying like all these people stole the show, but Annie stole the show. Like oh, like it's like like everything they. I can't even get into that because that's in the themes, but everything that the way the proper love and it was like it's weird to say this, but like one me is a woman. Like we not even one me, but Annie is a woman. Like she's a woman, and I'm gonna get more into what I mean by that later. But like wow, what a performance! What a performance! Oh my god, what a character and what a performance! Haley Stansfield, we all know we all not that scene, but the one when he told him he was a cousin and how like that scene was lit. That was still was great. But not even just that. Like throughout the entire performance, she gives like 3 to 4 different like lines. Like she said, like gives 3 to 4 different quotes or lines that are just so memorable, so great, amazing acting performance. After the scene with Stack and he says what he says and like that, that's great acting. When she walks out there to talk to the Remick and them, wow, great. Oh wow, I forgot even why did I not put Jack O'Connell? Where is Jack O'Connell? Oh, there, I missed it. Okay. Jack O'Connell is so good. So good as Remick. He like along with the writing of Remick himself, which we're gonna get into. The writing is whew, before we even get into the writing of it. Jack O'Connell as like oh my god. He made like all of them are amazing, but like it's just like he's amazing too. And also like the fact that like he sung Rocky Road to Dublin, that was awesome. Like I love that. I think I'll be listening to it today. And everybody like feel me, I really shit on my phone. But yeah, like man, bro, man. Like great performance. Amazing. Every scene he was in, awesome. 10 out of 10. Like awesome. Remick is genuinely might be one of my favorite antagonists like in film ever. Like he was so good. Like even just like one of my favorite scenes is like the part when I forget her name and this isn't Grace, when Grace does the thing that she does, and does when she thinks he like the camera pan into him and he does like that little like cool ass like lean where he's like this and his like eyes and his that's one of them scenes we're gonna be seeing for a long time. Like when this gets HD and we get the edits and stuff, oh my god, we're gonna like y'all are gonna be seeing that. That's one of like that was such a cool fucking scene. Oh my god. Now let's get into arguably my favorite aspect. Like all these are done well. Every single aspect I have on this, every single topic I have on this is 10 out of 10. The acting is 10 out of 10. Boom, boom. Like each thing I'm gonna mention is a 10 out of 10. So it's like hard to say what my favorite is, but I think this is my favorite along with acting. But cinematography, this is one of the most beautiful movies I've ever seen in my life. Ever, ever, ever in my life. If do not wait to see this in HD. Do not wait to see. Don't do not pirate this movie. If you cannot afford it, bro, privately text me. I swear to God, I'll pay for this movie for you. Watch it while you have it in theaters, because this is gonna be one of the movies where years go by and you're gonna be able. This is like you're gonna be able to talk about this with your family. You're gonna be talking about, oh, I saw this movie in theaters. I saw this in 70 millimeter. I saw it on film. It was amazing. I saw it in IMAX. You like this is one of those. I'm not joking. It's beautiful. First of all, we all know what that's like for the ones who watched it. First of all, to be have seen that like scene in both standard and IMAX, that scene, we all know what this scene is. Oh my God, it's one of my favorite scenes of all time. I swear to God, one of my favorite scenes. It's beautiful. It's so creative. Like I'm, bro, it's like, how do you think of something like this, Ryan? We gotta investigate him. His mind needs to be studied like some, I don't know, like he needs to be studied like a NASA project. Like to think of a scene like this, wow, and like it was just so beautiful. It's amazing. You need to see that. On God, it's one of my favorite scenes of all time. Amazing. But not that just that scene though. We can go when Stack and we can go the cotton field when Delroy Lindo and them are driving through the cotton field like this. Beautiful. When Jack O'Connell when Remick falls down from heaven, symbolism right there. When Remick falls down from heaven and confides to the church people, I mean to the clan. Beautiful scene. When Stack and Sammy are reminiscing about the past, beautiful scene. Like there's so many amazing scenes that's gonna leave your jaw dropped. It's amazing. It's beautiful. Like this is such a beautiful looking movie. And we can go into the set pieces. The set pieces, like the way, like the set. And I watched it behind the scenes, like all like this is super practical. A lot of this was like little to no CGI. Of course, like what it needs to be, but like most of this, the juke joint, that's real. They built that. The town, they built that. That's real. When they find Delroy Delta Slim doing his harmonica, beautiful. Like these are beautiful sets. Great, awesome, awesome, awesome. Like there's so many great like shots, so many good shots. Wow, that just leave your jaw on the floor. 10 out of 10. Acting 10 out of 10. Cinematography 11 out of 10. Now, let's get into some more stuff I want to talk about. The intricacy of this movie. The intricacy of this movie, man. Ryan, I want to talk to you again, Ryan Coogler. I want to thank you because this movie, like, it's not just, it's like this movie feels alive. It feels alive. You know what I mean? It feels real. Like, it feels like, I don't know. It's so intricate. Like, it's so many small and not even minor, but like so many details that like you can only make like with love. This is like a genuine love for a craft. And that's what like I want to like talk about. It's like, and I'm gonna talk about like what I like the parts in which I mean like this is like, yeah, you did your research. Like you researched this and not just because you wanted to, because you felt like you needed to. And it's just wow. But we could talk about yeah, because the intricacies and the details add like a whole nother layer in like interesting thing to the movie. It's just like hard to explain what I mean, but if you know, you know. We can talk about like culturally. Your decision, and let me emphasize your decision, because understand something. Ryan didn't have to do this. But your decision to not even just showcase or put, but to highlight all these other races and their cultures and in such a beautiful and like a honest and light was so like such a I honestly like respected and valiantly, because along with all the other like black culture things we're gonna get into in a second, but like it was also like a beautiful to see like the representation that was on stage. It was beautiful to see Asian representation in how the Chow family, I believe that, hopefully that's their last name, I'm pretty sure it is, and how their family and just like their lifestyle and their jobs, like the whole little shot where Grace's daughter walks and goes and gets her mom, and boom, 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 and you just see like, oh yeah, so this is how it works. So Chinese folks, they can deal, they can move around a little bit, they can talk to white people, they can talk to black people. That like that's really good. The when Remick takes old boy's memories and speaks Japanese, Chinese, and it was like that whole thing was like really cool. It was so interesting. The indigenous representation when whatchamacallit, when old boy, when it starts to the second act, I believe that is, starts to start up, and old boy finds home with the Klansmen for a little bit, refuge with the clan. They pull up and it's just like this, like they feel fire, like they feel so fire, like them they were so cool, like them boys was like, I don't know, like I was like, oh shit, like these boys on that, like like even just the way they were like had that position of power and look like, yeah, like we not the ones to play. Oh boy, Remy was terrified. Remy was terrified of them. You know what I'm saying? Like just that, like the way they was up, like had the upper hand. Like yeah, like we've been through this. It's like awesome, super cool. Like and don't even get me started on black culture. Like slugs, my nigga. Grills. Oh my god, nigga, the grills in this was so fire. Like stacked grills was so fire. I think I'm pretty sure Delta Slim had grills too. Like just the whole grills. Like I don't know, it was so fire. We could talk about the grills. We could talk about the skin, the way on. I haven't seen anyone talk about this, but do y'all remember when Delta Slim when they first pull up on Delta Slim and he's doing his like he's practicing a little bit? Do y'all see the way like he shot? He shot like so like dark and not in a negative way at all. It's like he's like almost like a spirit. It's so weird and like it's so interesting because like in no other scene he doesn't look like that. But like when he first comes in, it's like he's like a gen. Like people are saying like he's like a spirit or some sort of like soul or something. It's hard to explain. Like you have to just see the movie. But like the way he shot in that one scene is so cool and beautiful. But like every scene, oh my god, when Perline was on performing and like she starts singing and stuff. I've never seen like a more like she looked so beautiful. Like her skin was radiating. It's like alive. It was fire. But like yeah, like the way our skin was radiating in the movie, the language, nigga, the humor. When Stack was behind the door and he was like going like a pimp like himself in here. Like that was so in his closet like something like that was so fire. Or even the scene when Cornbread and Annie are talking to each other. They talking to each other and they arguing. This is like serious. So, like folks just died. These are stakes on the line, and like you know how black folk like we can't be serious. Midway through a genuine argument about like what is this demonic figure? What are you doing out here? We're terrified. They start arguing about chicken grease. I mean about fish grease, saying you know I couldn't cook no goddamn old fish grease. Like you know what I'm saying? Like that was so like good. It was so good, so good, so good. Or even Mary, bro. Even Mary, like when Mary gave her quote about he was like I'm one of the cousins, and she said, boy, if you don't get the fuck out of my face, bro. Like if you know, you know. Like if you know, you know. Like that. Like you heard that and you was like, oh yeah, I know somebody like that. My girl said that to me. My sister has said that to me. Like my friends at school sound like that. Like that's real. Like I don't know. Like even the way she said it, like I feel like Ryan was very intentional about how he had made her say it. Like, oh yeah, we need you to really like encompass this. Like this needs to like you feel me? Like oh man, these small details and small not even small though. These are very intricate. I mean very important. But like you know what I mean? Like these yeah. But yeah, the intimacy and intricacy, 10 out of 10. Now, I want to get into the balance slash plot. I feel like this is very important, and I give this a 10 out of 10 as well. I feel like I love how balanced this movie feels. It's hard to explain what I mean, but if you know, you know. If you get what I'm saying, you get what I'm saying. If you don't, then it's cool. But like the plot is so simple, inherently such a simple plot. Two brothers are criminals. They escape from where they just went. They come home to make it to create a business, but some stuff like but they're met with problems. Very simple plot without spoiling, and that's like you know the trailer. You get that. But I feel like that the simplicity of the plot is intentional. I feel like that's very intentional, and that's because even though the plot is so simple, he's able to make the movie way more grandiose and make way more bigger. He's able to layer it with so much depth and symbolism that it makes sense. You know what I mean? It's like he didn't want to override us with like this intricate, like Tenet type, like insane. All of this happening, then this is so complex and over here and over here. He's like, no, we're gonna give you a very simple movie, but we're gonna give you a simple plot, but the movie is gonna be way more bigger than the plot with themes and depth that's into it. And it isn't some if you know I'm smarter than you think. No, like this is serious. Like there are genuine like different like I'm gonna get into the themes and symbolism later, but like that's a huge part of this movie. The movie isn't just the plot, and it sounds crazy to say, but no, the movie centers is a plot, but it's not just the plot that's being the story that's being told. It's the genuine the line the between the lines. You know what I mean? That's the symbols and themes. That's what the movie is also about. It's hand in hand. They come together to create. It's like this. It's like this. It's like if you had someone cook you make you a sandwich, right? If you had someone make you a sandwich, right? You know, I'm gonna make you a 5-star meal, and he's like, okay, 5-star meal, thank you, and he gives you a sandwich, and you're like, huh, this is very interesting. It's just a sandwich. You just gonna give me a sandwich, and then he bites into it, and you taste like the lettuce, the sauce. It's like a secret sauce he has, by the way, that you like personally made from his family. He home grows like all the plants and the tomato, the vegetables, the tomatoes, the pickles. Like you feel me? The meat is naturally sourced. Like it's like all the small and little things infused that just boost the sandwich to make it a 5-star sandwich. Because again, it's just a sandwich, simply looking. But then you taste into it, and it's so much more than just a sandwich. You feel me? That's what I feel like. That's why like the balance. He balanced it so interesting and well. Like you know what I mean? like fun fact actually, it's been like a week and I'm still learning so much and I'm still so interested in like I'm watching interviews and I'm watching Ryan explain like do like cinematic talks about it. Like this movie's awesome, bro. It's been a week and I'm still loving this movie, by the way. Awesome. And now let's get into, I genuinely think this is my favorite part of the movie. Like my favorite aspect of the movie. I think this is my genuine favorite, hands down. And as much as like everything else is a 10 out of 10, all of it's 10 out of 10, but I think this is my favorite, okay? Let's talk about the themes and symbolism. I I put this on God. I could talk about the themes and symbolism of this movie for the rest of my life. And it sounds crazy and it sounds like I'm glazing, but there is so much to talk about. I had to force myself to like narrow it down. And even when I narrowed it down, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 11 things I'm about to try to hit. But yeah, 11 different things I'm trying to hit. Now, some of them are like regurgitated, like every not if you like everyone already knows, but this is stuff that like is mainly touched upon. Then I found like my own themes and other things that after my second rewatch of it, I was like, okay, these are things I want to like. I found them by myself, and then I even went to like interviews, and then it was like super cool. I'm gonna get into that in a second, but like I was watching personal interviews about the movie and like how, like what they kind of got, plus like how it connected what I was thinking. Yeah, super cool. Like that's your file, but yeah. But the first thing I want to hit on is the vampirism in this movie. I feel like, and I had a friend, like this is real. I'm seeing it online, but I'm also seeing it in real life. I had a friend who I seen the movie with, and he genuinely kept talking to me like, "This is a vampire movie. Where? Like, I'm gonna get it." Like, and then when it happened, he was like, and when the movie ended, he was like, "But this doesn't make any sense. Like, this movie was this, but then it became like vampires. That doesn't make any sense." And I, people are misconstruing the whole like what that is, like the vampire thing. They think it's just vampires for the sake of vampires, and this isn't me being smarter than anyone. This is just me giving like I think this is like how I could explain to anyone who didn't get the movie because they truly wanted to understand, but it just didn't make sense to them. I'm gonna try to explain it like this. Now, if you didn't understand this because you didn't want to extend it, I'm gonna leave you where you stay. You're lame. We gotta understand something, y'all. From its inception in like the olden days to like 2005, vampirism has never just been vampires for the sake of vampires, if you get what I mean. Like now we have vampires like Twilight, and even then they told a story like Twilight, Teen Wolf, and it's like, oh wow, cool vampires, this. But no, every time vampires were told in a story or folklore or whatever, it was for a reason. Vampires have always been an allegory for something. Usually it's an allegory for vices, but an allegory, a theme, whatever you want to say, but it's always been like a another medium to tell a story. Vampires have never just been, oh, I'm gonna look cool. No, it's like, okay, it's been like overindulged. Like think about it. You're a vampire is what? Sucking and stealing from someone's essence in order to gain for himself. That in itself is like political. That in itself can be used as like a metaphor for like capitalism or something. But we can get into that in a second. But yeah, so vampires at its core was never just cool. It was always for a reason. Overindulgence. It's been lust. It's been sex. It's been power, theft, that those type of things. And so I feel like in this, and so when you think about it in this way, now move vampires out the way. What has the movie like been building to? Stack and smoke building something. They're building towards a juke joint, black ownership. They're trying to own their own thing to give to the community. And now when you think about it in that lens, the vampires are put there to be like a mirror to white supremacy, to colonialism, or even just whiteness in itself and the dangers of these things. You know what I mean? That's what the vampires are for. You got to think, right? There, but like Remick himself being an Irishman, not just being a regular American. No, he's an Irishman because you got to think, right? When we was talking about Remick's history, Remick is Irish. From his when he grew up, that was his culture. He had a whole culture. He had a land. He had a tradition. He had all these things, these beautiful cultures, a part of his lifestyle that were taken away by what? White supremacy, by colonialism, spreading the gospel of the Christian, the Catholic God, the Catholic belief, the Catholic religion onto them, forcing it onto them, subjugating to something they don't want. Colonialism, white supremacy. So then Remick in turn does that to the main characters of this. The vampirism is and it's the vampirism is supposed to show that theme, that whole like dilemma, but in the in something in an interesting, more like intriguing way, which is like, oh, vampires are coming to steal this from you, steal that from you. When in actuality, it's just white supremacy doing what white supremacy does, which is strip you of your identity, stripped you of all the things that make you different and make you conform into one body, which is what Remick wanted to do. He wanted everyone, although they're going to be free and all these things, it's like, oh, but at the end of the day, I have control over you. You guys are going to follow me in my new community. You get what I'm saying? That's what the vampirism in this story is supposed to be. Next up, I want to talk about another. theme is music ownership. Another thing that the vampires can also show is like, music ownership. And I seen, shout out to Delroy Lindo. He had an interview with a woman named Hannah Flint. She's an interviewer, and they was talking, and he also pieced. He was talking like he was piecing together. Well, she was giving her opinion, and he was also piecing it together. And at the same time, I had my own like thoughts of what else vampirism could be for, besides like supremacy, colonialism. But they can talk about like music ownership. You can relate this to current day. That's so cool about this movie. This movie is like malleable in so many different ways. But like even just current day, think about it. The main characters were the smokestack brothers, but the main character wasn't actually them. It was Sammy. What was Sammy's whole thing going in? Music. He's a musically gifted. He's spiritually like the music is viewed like this is his thing. It's his music. He's so talented. We have to steal that. And what if you can think of one thing today in society? What happens when someone, when a black man, or you can say about when a black man, a black artist blows up? What happens? They're so talented, they're so amazing. What do you see instantly? What happens? Music execs. And what do? They come, they give you a nice little contract, just like Remick did. They give you a nice little contract. Oh man, you're amazing. Take this money. Here, take our money. Take our money. Take this. We want you. We want you to have this money. We want to support you. We want you to be amazing. Just like Remick wanted him to sing all the songs he wanted, but in his group, they say, you know what? We're not gonna support you unless you sign this contract that gives me control over everything. You can play your little music, your little hood music, or your R&B or whatever it is you play, right? But you gotta be a part of our label. We gotta own matter shit. We have to own you. You know what I mean? It's so interesting. Like the second that money leaves, like the hand of these people, it's like, oh, you're fucked. You know what I mean? I love the way that look. Like historically, black folks have never been able to profit out of off our own art. We've always had to be manipulated or stole. Our masters had to be stolen. And hey, I know you're struggling in the hood. I know you can't feed your family, so I'm gonna give you this loan, not real money, because you got to pay back to us. I'm gonna give you this loan so you can flex and take care of your family, but you're gonna have to perform till you're 70. You're gonna have to make us money. You're gonna have to put your life on the line and your talent and your love and your passion on the line for us, and pay us back the money that we gave you. So basically, you're gonna pay us to do what you want to do, and that's what I feel like. Another thing we can talk about what vampirism is music ownership. Another really cool theme I love about this movie is the mixed identity. I think that Mary's character is so, and everybody has like intricacy about their character, but I want to just highlight Mary for a second. One, there's a reason, and there's a whole like she admits this when she's talking to Stack. She's like, "Hey, they'll talk to me quicker. They'll talk to me before they talk to you for real. Like, duh." Why is that? Why is she so comfortable saying that? Because she knows as black as she grew up and as black as she talks, not negating that she like culturally or even back then is black or whatever you want to say. She still knows that white people are more comfortable with her because she's white. She's white. She's white. You know what I mean? Currently she's white, but back then she's white passing. She looks white. They'll be comfortable with her. And so that ties back to makes that identity. Regardless of how black she is, feels, or wants to be, she still felt community with Remick and them. You know what I mean? She still felt that comfortability. And y'all are gonna say when. Remember when she went out there? What was Remick truly saying? She went out there for the money or whatever, but what did Remick say? He said, I don't think you came out here just for the money. I think you were seeking fellowship and community. She had a whole community back then, and she didn't deny it, by the way. Didn't deny it. And you could tell when they were singing them songs to her, she got mesmerized. And I like that too. We're gonna talk about that in a second. But yeah, she had a whole community. She had family and all these things, but but even with all those things, all these black people and who she wants to be around, she still sought out solitude with Remick and the white people because that's like a part of her. She's not just black; she's white and black. You feel me? Like that. She's mixed person, and that's where that whole mixed identity and where all that comes from was shown. It's very interesting to see that. Yeah, like as much as she wants to be on this side, she still sought them out. She still went to them. She still felt comfortable doing them, even if she didn't know those were vampires. You know what I mean? Like that's that. I feel like that's like the main point. It's like we can call her white, we can call her black back then, but she's both. She was both. She wanted to be black, but at the same time, she still sought out community with white people, and that ended up being their detriment. That ended up being the downfall, the spark of the downfall for the black folks out there. You know what I mean? Very, 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 very cool. And there's like even more we could talk about, but that was very cool. Another thing I want to talk about really quick is cherishing our gifts. I loved Sammy and his guitar, and Sammy as a character, and not just as a character, but what his character symbolized, and that's we should cherish our gifts in the community. Sammy was the only one to survive the night as a human, and that's because every single older person not only wanted to protect the youth, but also like protected the gift of him, but also protecting the youth. They all put their lives on the line for him. Every single character out there died making sure Sammy, the future of them, the future of their community, survived that night. You know what I mean? Delta Slim literally said, because Sammy was like, "Oh, it's my fault. I'm so sorry, y'all. I'm the one that did this." Delta Slim instantly said, "No, bro. No, he's here for me. You don't even think like that. You keep practicing. You keep using that gift for yours for what you want, your passion. He's here for me, and I will die before I let him get to you." And we see it. He sacrificed himself for Sammy. It was such a beautiful sacrifice. Perline, his lover for a small little moment, sacrificed herself. She got bit, and instead of instantly, no, I'm panicking, she says, "Go, leave, get out of here, survive for all of us, so we can live through you." What's his name? Smoke. Smoke is literally he points a gun at Sammy, telling him, "Bro, this isn't like what we want for you. Don't be a criminal. Don't live the life that we live. I would rather kill you than have you live the life that we live. You are too gifted. You are too amazing to end up like us. Leave." Even though he says no, he still, like, Sammy still has to hear this. Smoke still says it. And we see again, he does this again. He protects Sammy again. He says, "Go," pushes him out. He forces him to leave. And then he goes to fight Stack. You know what I mean? And then at the end, what happens? Smoke protects Remick and ends up killing Remick for Sammy. And I feel like that's a beautiful message that was shown in this movie. We have to protect the youth. We have to protect our gifts. The gift of being black. The gift of the youth. And what that means. The youth is being a youthful black person. The youthful person in itself is inherently a gift. Protect that. Hone it. Risk your life for these kids, bro. Stop calling these kids YNs, bro. No, these are young black men. And young black women. Protect these people. Protect these children that are looking up to you. You know what I mean? The spiritual indoctrination slash brainwashing of like that is used through like colonialism or Christianity, it's so sad to see even to modern day, because before we get into like how that works on Sammy, but like the amount of people I'm seeing, like black Christians, I don't care about other races, I don't care about y'all, but like I'm seeing black Christians, like even my mom, oh, that movie's too demonic. It's like we're missing blessings, like we're missing recipes, like we're missing like very integral parts of art because of what we believe the Bible says is wrong, or what we believe is demonic because it's not inherently just pushing up Christianity. It's so sad to see, because you guys are really out here walking out of the movie and calling this demonic and stuff. You guys are really missing a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful movie film. You know, you guys are really missing out. And I really hope that you guys can one day like really, I wouldn't even say like don't like deconstruct where this is coming from. Why do you think this is demonic? Why do you think the hoodoo in this movie is so wrong and all these things? I wish you guys could figure that out. And when y'all do, get back to me. But yeah, we could talk about even other that like the spiritual indoctrination slash brainwashing, right? People are really saying, well, I mean, Sammy's father was kind of right. He said keep playing that music and the devil's gonna come. No, that wasn't the point of the movie. That wasn't the point of the movie at all. That's not how that works. He was more worried about the fact that Sammy is. First of all, we get into that. Historically, during that time period, fun fact by the way, blues was seen as demonic. Blues music, being a blues player, that was demonic. So it wasn't even that it was seen in like a protection way because it truly was like the devil's gonna come for you. He was saying that because inherently playing that music is demonic. It's evil. And anyone who thinks that, oh, he's playing the music, and I mean technically he's right because the devil is it's like anyone who's trying to like make that connection is like, I want to call you anti-black because like think about what you're saying. Blues music that was historically our music is demonic just because, you know what I mean? I don't like that. I don't like that. I take it all. It's very weird. But yeah, like hold on. Yeah, and so even we can get into like the whole point of that. Like, I mean, technically he was right because he said the music was he played the music, the devil came. But like, do y'all not remember the whole point of the movie? Did y'all miss the movie? Did y'all watch the movie with your eyes closed and your eyes open or some shit? Bro, do y'all not remember how the fact that like Remick was always gonna come to the town? Remick had turned and took the memories of the Klans member. The same way he knew about the juke joint being a kill house, he knew about the town. They were gonna come for the town regardless. They knew where it was. It wasn't that Remick was just gonna eat them and walk away. No, Remick was gonna keep pushing white supremacy. That's what white supremacy. Again, the vampirism was white supremacy. Gonna keep spreading that until there's nowhere else you can go with it. You know, and that was the whole point. So that whole point that like he brought them was dumb. I mean, technically he heard them, but he was always going to hear them. One, because he wanted him to play in the choir. You don't think Sammy's going to use his gift? Was it going to come out in choir music? I guess not. Cool. You don't have to say that. But even regardless, Remick is going to find them regardless. So Sammy playing the music, yeah, he heard it, but that didn't. Let's get to that point. Sammy's gift didn't bring the devil. It didn't bring Remick. It did not do that. Remick already existed before Sammy even was playing the music. Remick was turning people just because he's a vampire. I don't know why people keep saying that. It doesn't make sense to me. And you're talking about his gift was this, and it was like, oh, he sold his soul, and it was the devil and stuff. No, they said like three times. People are magically gifted to commune with spirits and bring this like spirits here to us in like the positive way, our ancestors, and we're able to dance and be around our ancestors in a positive manner. But evil spirits are drawn to it because they want to take it, not because the music is inherently summoning them in a way of like, oh, I'm going to conjure a demonic spirit. No, there's demonic spirits around and they want the evil music. I mean, they want the good music. They want to be able to take that for themselves. You know what I mean? That's like saying the Joker is like, that's like saying like Batman or Superman is inherently evil or their powers are evil because like Lex Luthor or like the Joker exist. It's like, no, their existence isn't like co-dependent on each other. Like he doesn't, aren't direct relationships. Their powers aren't direct relationships from each other. You know what I mean? It doesn't make sense to me. Stop pushing that narrative. It's stupid. It's any black. Stop. Now we're gonna talk about the women, and this is like a theme, but like I feel like there's a theme. I love how Ryan Coogler really displayed women in this movie, portrayed women in this movie. You know, it was beautiful. It was so cool to see from and just like first of all, did like his definition, or not even his definition, but like in the movie, the definition of like women. Annie, you know what I mean? Annie was everything you need in a woman. You know, she was strong, she was soft, she would listen, she was intelligent. You know what I mean? She was capable, she was needed, she was relied on, she was in like loved. She was providing of love and also giving love. Stack loved that woman with all of his heart. You know what I mean? They loved each other. It was beautiful. And we can get into like the whole like not even empowering because I wouldn't say it was empowering, but like empowering moment. Like there were multiple scenes where Stack is the head of like he's the leader. He was telling what to do, but Stack wasn't the leader. Annie was. Annie was the leader of that. Like she was the leader of that whole situation. There were like four different times. Like the entire movie, they relied on Annie. Stack also was like the military guy, so he was a tough guy. But even Stack, he submissed himself. He allowed himself to like to take a seat back so she can lead. Annie, do you when Annie was like these are Haints, they said okay cool, it's Haints, cool, handle it. What do we do next? Oh, it wasn't Haints. They allowed her to be wrong. She was like, oh, I'm wrong. I don't know everything. I was wrong actually. They're vampires. Oh, they're vampires. Okay, cool. I'm gonna listen to you. When Cornbread tried to challenge her authority, man, why is this woman even talking? Let me talk to the man. Smoke ignored him. Smoke ignored him. What did Annie do? She didn't sit down and submit herself. She said, no, you're talking to me. Smoke not gonna save you. Oh, you're talking to me. And then again, what did Smoke do? Yeah, matter of fact, let me listen. He listened to this woman. Yeah, you're right. I gotta think about it. I gotta think about it. You're kind of weird. You know what I mean? He respected her wishes. She was powerful, but not in a like this sounds. I don't know, not in like a way that's like not forced in like the red pill. Oh, it's forced, but like not in a way that feels bullshit. But like in a genuine like she was powerful. She commanded the respect in the room, but at the same time she was like submissive and she was a woman and and it was like love and it was just I can't even like compound all my thoughts about her character, but like I love his depiction of it. I love the way he depicted femininity in women in this movie. We can go about like who else? Pleasure, like the whole art of like pleasure, the whole art of like how pleasuring was on the forefront of this movie. It's so a very big theme in this movie. People are saying it's freaked out and this for the sake of being freaked out. No, that's for a reason. And I think that was very specific. Our favorite scene with old boy eating Perline. You know what I mean? When what's his name is having sex with Annie. When Stack is letting old girl like these are moments where at the forefront the women are getting the pleasure from this. This isn't some taboo or the man is just dominating them for no reason. It's like no, this is I doing like when what's the name said like I want to pleasure you. You're beautiful. I just want to make you feel good. You know what I mean? And I think that was very important because in a time where it's like super taboo to care for your woman or tend to your woman's need, I loved how that was at the forefront. You know, people are just making fun of how freaky it is, but it's like, no, that was for a reason. And that was really good. It was really good. Um, one thing I want, and this is one of my last themes. One thing I'm still trying to build on this. Like I'm still trying to figure out how I want to talk about this, but I just want to see if someone can help me form this thought right here. And it's I think that Stack's ending is a bit more makes a bit more sense than than what we are thinking, right? So because like when we watch the movie, everybody watch the movie, they think that, oh, they're being mind controlled. What the heck? They're being mind controlled all day, whatever. But then at the end, we find out Stack has his he's able to think. He's still a Stack. He's just a vampire now. And people are saying, oh, it's a plot hole. It doesn't make sense. How does he have his powers? Blah blah blah. And some people are saying, oh well, Obo was killed, so it allowed him to have his powers. And other people are saying this and that. And I think that we're looking at it in a different lens. I think that if you look at Stack's ending through the lens of vampirism being a form of white supremacy, it actually makes sense that Stack keeps his personality. Because you got to think that, you know how when people be talking about like systemic racism and they say, oh, well, Obama is the president, LeBron is a billionaire, Jay-Z's a billionaire, it's easy, it's possible. Like, but like we talk about like, yeah, so people bring those points up, but it's like that doesn't change anything. Like systemic oppression, capitalism, these are still things. These are still like real things. I think that Stack being able to succeed is kind of the same way that like billionaires are able to succeed in capitalism. If you get what I'm saying, if you can tie what I'm thinking, like, you know what I mean? Stack being able to survive as a vampire, or aka survive through white supremacy or capitalism, is the same way that LeBron James, Jay-Z, Obama was president, like the same way like quote unquote black excellence and being able to survive in a system that's actively destroying us is it kind of makes sense, because you got to think like the same way that even though these people are succeeding, like our people are still like struggling. The rest of society is still struggling, but they're able to succeed. The same way Stack was able to survive being a vampire, but not at any cost, not at no cost. His brother's dead. He misses his. This is a tragedy. Like, yeah, he gets to be with the one he loves, but his brother's his twin brother. That's his like heart. He doesn't have his brother anymore. Everyone he cared for, except for for Mary, was dead. He can't see the sun anymore. Like the same way he's successful, but like capitalism and the vampirism are still like actively destroying everything around them. The same way these people are. I feel like that was very interesting. I really enjoyed that. That's honestly that's all my themes. There's way more, and I could keep talking. I'm not joking. I think I did like 10 themes, but yeah, there's way more, and I could, like I said, I can keep going, boy. But I'm gonna stop right here. Those are all my themes, man. 10 out of 10. This movie is layered with so much to peel back, bro. It's so much, bro. Oh my god, this shit is so like, this shit get crazy, bro. And I could talk about it all day. But anyways, yeah, those are my main things. But lastly, I want to talk about like one more thing I really respect Ryan Coogler for. Killing the clan was so awesome. Like, it was so good. Like I applaud it. It's such a great scene. Like I enjoyed it. Some people are saying, oh, it's kind of out of no. It's like oh, it felt so good just to see that. It's kind of a litmus test, because like who I seen someone say like, oh, I was watching a movie and someone walked out when he was killing the clan. I know what you are, buddy. But yeah, like I really just enjoyed that scene right there. It's like, oh, thank you. Like, just kill the clan, bro. Kill them niggas, bro. Them niggas some hoes. Bitch ass niggas. But it's something I ain't even gonna talk about that thing. But yeah. 10 out of 10 across the board in every single metric: acting, cinematography, intricacy, plot, balance, symbolism, and even yeah. But no, I'm gonna be done. Now cons, I honestly only have one singular con of this movie. Sinners has one genuine con. It ain't long enough. Give me the director's cut. Give me the 5-hour version. This movie, I need this injected into my bloodstream. I'm about to go watch the movie for a third time when I'm in IMAX. I might even fly to a different city just to watch it in 70 millimeter. 10 out of 10 movie. Go watch this movie if you have not watched it. This movie is amazing. Oh my god. I love this movie. It's one of my favorite movies of all time. Has some of my favorite scenes of all time. Great performances, great acting moments, great scenes, great cinematography, very intricate details, great set piece, great set design, great symbolism, great everything layering about this movie, man. Great moments. And with that being said, thank you, Ryan Coogler, for saving cinema.